Alright guys, congrats on making it to the end of day 3. You're already now more than halfway through your bootcamp and just have 2 more days to go. So today we accomplished 2 major tasks. The first was implementing those on-click listeners in our to-do items adapter. So one is to take us to the edit item page, and then one was to delete an item through the long click. So that was really cool. If you've never used on-click listeners before, now you know how to use them. The second major task we accomplished was setting up our database schema. So although we didn't add all of the functions we need, we still need those 4 major functions at least in our database operations. We specified how the database is going to look, specifically how our to-do items table will look. We also have our queries for creating and deleting tables, and we also started off our database operations class. Now, don't be intimidated by all this SQL stuff. In fact, this is actually the only SQL code, the real SQL code, that we'll need to write. The rest of it, we can use actually a lot of the built-in methods for SQLite Open Helper in order to help us through this process. So we won't need to again write any more SQL queries or anything. We can actually call functions within the readable and writable SQLite Open Helper databases that are provided. However, I'll show you more on that to do, or how to do all of that stuff later, I guess tomorrow. Or if you really want to skip ahead, you can watch tomorrow's stuff today. But I recommend you take a little bit of a break. What you could do if you do want to do something for the rest of the day is again just think about how we might implement our add, update, fetch, and delete methods. At the very least, think about what parameters we might pass in, as well as how we're going to retrieve values. If you want something to read up on, then I would suggest you read up on cursors, as this is how we're going to be retrieving information, and also look up some of the SQLite. It's going to be the SQLite readable and writable database functions. Okay, so we're going to be using these readable and writable functions to fetch items from our database, as well as update, add items to, and delete items from our database. So give those a read. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.